Biz Cinema reporting live from the metaverse in the Horizon world, and yeah. Who wants to be a millionaire? You don't need Regis, RIP, and you also don't need to be playing no Powerball, no Lotto, or no 649. Yeah, that's why crypto and the blockchain is right here for you, so you could attain financial freedom and you could hedge your money against inflation. Cause yeah, there's a bunch of folks out there that keep fudding on Bitcoin, thinking that it's a scam, that it's fake money, and that it's nada. But here's where I keep telling y'all to DYOR, do your research, cause if you do look at the numbers, they don't lie. Guess what? $1,000, that's one rat. Back in 2011, did you have $1,000 back in 2011? Because if you did, you could have invested in Bitcoin, and now look what you could have been sitting on. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead.
If you bought $1,000 of Bitcoin in 2011, here would be how much it's worth today. 2011, $1,000. 2012, $17,564. 2013, $44,328. 2014, $2,463,000. 2015, $1,049. 2016, $1,439,000. 2017, $3,233,000. 2018, $44,432,000. 2019, $12,958,000. 2020, $23,914,000. 2021, $98,003. And as of today, $116,235,000.
Yes, and that's why Bitcoin has the reputation of being the best performing asset in the past decade. Look at those numbers. $1,000 could have done made you a multi-millionaire. Yeah! Don't miss out on your chance to create financial freedom, because I keep telling y'all that even though Bitcoin is the granddaddy in the crypto space, there's so many cryptos where you could get an optimal ROI. Yes! And Bitcoin keeps climbing the charts as top assets out there with a market cap. Just take a look at this list right here, because recently Bitcoin surpassed silver, and even Michael Saylor is saying it, that Bitcoin's coming for that #1 spot, so you better watch out, gold. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead.
Bitcoin crossing the $70,000 mark for the first time on Friday. This morning, it's now above $72,000. Joining us right now to talk Bitcoin is Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy Executive Chairman, and 8K out from the company this morning, revealing it just bought more than $800 million in Bitcoin. As of the end of last month, his company held about 200,000 Bitcoins. And Michael, I want to thank you for joining us. You have been early and courageous, and you continue to double down. I want to talk about where you think Bitcoin is, but also want to talk about how you think about MicroStrategy and your company as a proxy for Bitcoin now that ETFs are available to the public.
Sure. Well, I think I'd start just with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is certainly at least digital gold. It's going to eat gold. It's got all of the great attributes of gold, and it's got none of the defects of gold. If you could teleport gold from New York to Tokyo in a few minutes, people would like it. It's going to divert capital from risk assets and risk ETFs like SPY, and you can see that these ETFs are doing that. It's going to be incorporated into a lot of funds like the BlackRock Global Opportunities Fund or the Strategic Income Opportunities Fund. And so it's an asset class. As it goes into other funds, it's going to become structural. The halving is going to cut the organic supply of natural sellers in half around April 20th. That means there's only about $32 million a day of natural sellers. And the price of Bitcoin is going to have to adjust up in order to meet that investor demand. So I think that's what's going to happen next to the asset class.
Yeah! Bitcoin's climbing the ranks, and like Michael Saylor done said,
It's going to eat gold.
Cause guess what? The traditional financial system, they done solidified and legitimized Bitcoin, and now they're gonna come and FOMO into the market. And we've been seeing the billions pour in, but I told y'all we're about to see trillions of dollars pour into the crypto space. Yeah, you gotta understand something. When you got your brand, and I'm no financial advisor now, but when you got your brand, you gotta make your brand work for you. And the only way you're gonna do that is by putting it in some assets. You know, I've been going to bed and waking up and checking my portfolio in this bull run, and I'm seeing the gains. So here's where you need to take the time and make the time to DYOR. Do your research. This is Biz Cinema Report live from the metaverse. I'm finna see you soon.
Look at that chart there on ETF flows, though, and you see it just how much BlackRock has been beating the pack. Explain how much love you're getting for the industry.
I mean, this is really unprecedented, Sonali, to see this much money poured into new ETFs. The ETF industry has really never seen 10 funds launch all at the same time with an identical strategy. And it hasn't even been 3 months, and we're already seeing about $9.4 billion of net inflows into this space. That's despite the over $10 billion that have been pulled from Grayscale's ETF. But so excluding Grayscale, every ETF has taken in positive inflows for the year. And I think that's really why we're seeing people get so bullish and optimistic and push Bitcoin up to this all-time high, because there really is demand here for these funds. I think it's taken a lot of people by surprise just how much money has gone in.
Well, one thing that's surprising to me is how rocky of a week it's actually been for Bitcoin. You saw it hit a fresh record earlier this week, or at least surpass its old highs. You saw a big sell-off at that point. Then you see a new high at 70,000. We have retreated from that again. So how do investors really think about riding at the top here? We have still seen a lot of inflows just this week.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen the inflows, and it's interesting because after these funds were approved, we did see Bitcoin come down. So it hasn't been like, okay, all of a sudden the funds were approved, Bitcoin is now near 100K. It's kind of been a slow grind higher. But, you know, I'm speaking with Franklin Templeton. They have a spot Bitcoin ETF. They said they're seeing a lot of demand from RIA and retail investors, people who maybe through a 401k, an account that they couldn't get that exposure to, now they're using this ETF as a vehicle. And again, the flows speak for themselves. There is demand. There are people buying despite the volatility, and also the institutional adoption. The fact that BlackRock is, around a product like this, I think brings some legitimacy to a volatile asset class.
Jump into the crypto space. Yeah, as that train done left the track, but you could jump on that moving train and head on over to financial freedom. But first, you gotta DYOR, do your research, and jump in.